Hi. Spare the upper 1%. Imagine an auction house with seating for 100 and 10,000 show up. It's been hard for me to get a sense of what the size of China's population is going to be able to do after October 2011 when the Pan-Asian Gold Exchange, PAGE, opens internationally. I think the auction analogy works well. It helps militarily too. I think North Korea was a good example. That was the first time the U.S. didn't win a war, and it was 1 million Chinese invading Korea from the north that made the difference. Then 50 years later, they took on the U.S. in a trade war, again having a tremendous number of people, but also having a different philosophy, telling their people to save instead of bombarding them with propaganda to buy on credit. Next in the cycle is a monetary war, and they are again taking on the U.S. Traditionally, a military war comes next, but they already did that out of order in Korea. So I think the upper 1% has run out of moves, having lost every kind of war. Even worse is what PAGE, Pan-Asian Gold Exchange, will do to finish off the monetary propaganda campaign about the strength of the dollar and the virtues of buying unaffordable things on credit. When gold and silver reach certain threshold levels, the U.S. people will stop paying attention to the propaganda, and the upper 1% will flee the country, which will then free the people to demand bankruptcy be declared and the dollar be revalued. And I don't think the upper 1% will find anyone to take them for very long. Their potential behavior, based on experience, is just too toxic. Their best move is to turn themselves over to the Swiss for whatever, if any, leniency they hope to get, not just for their acts of commission, but mostly for their acts of omission, robbing the U.S. people through taxation, through inflation, and then twisting the knife by taking taxpayer bailout money to help maintain the value of their stocks in companies, not just big banks, too big to fail, which should have failed after all the irresponsible, unsound decisions they made. Don Harold asked me Wednesday, August 3rd, 2011, not to psychoanalyze the upper 1%. I realize now I'm socioanalyzing them, and I think any 5-year-old child will tell us that there's something sick in behavior that ruins the lives of and kills billions of people. But I didn't ask any 5-year-olds. I asked psychologists, social workers, and psychiatrists. Their only concern is whether or not these people can be controlled alive, even after they are institutionalized. There certainly was not a unanimous decision that they can be allowed to continue living. But until everyone is sure, I say that we should spare the upper 1%. Thank you.